Good evening. It's Gun Runner 7271. You know, I'm a little leery to approach this subject, but I think it needs addressed, and it's probably been running the ground. Let's talk about Treyvon Martin and Mr. Zimmerman. First, let's get one thing out in the open. Let's leave race out of it. The man shot an unarmed 17-year-old boy talking on a cell phone to his girlfriend. I want to come in this from a lot of different angles. As a CHL, an Ohio CHL, I do not have the right to hunt down a teenager or a suspect that is walking through my neighborhood. I just don't. The Florida law in question is a good law. What it doesn't or shouldn't do is give the ability to two people having a dispute. It shouldn't give them the right, it shouldn't give one or either party the right to shoot the other one and say, I felt threatened. There has to be some parameters on it. You certainly, after calling 911, should not, and being advised by 911, should not pursue a person. What if he did have a gun? What if he got to jump on you? Block captain or not, you're still dead. It doesn't give you the right to hunt him down and confront him. To your knowledge, there was been no crimes committed. And personally, it doesn't give you a license to kill a young boy who is just trying to go get a pop or an iced tea and some Skittles. It just doesn't. I don't care whether you're white, black, somewhere in between, yellow, red, plaid, purple. I don't care. It doesn't give you the right to shoot an unarmed teenager. If he walked in your door and with using some sort of force, you have the right to shoot and kill him. If he's on your property and you feel like, and you see a weapon in his hand, certainly don't wait until he's shooting at you to shoot at him. But you do have the right to defend your property. In Ohio, we have the castle law, which says you can defend yourself, you can defend your property, or he just has to be inside your home. The Florida law, I think, is an expansion on that. And quite frankly, it's not a bad idea to have a law like that. But, again, it doesn't give you the right to kill people at will. I wasn't there. I can only go on what the 911 tapes say and the telephone conversation between the young man's girlfriend and him say. This guy can say that he felt threatened. How would you feel if some guy was following your 17-year-old? I'm going to put you in the place of of that 17-year-old's parents. How would you feel if you knew some guy was following your 17-year-old? I'd be pissed. Okay? And we're just now getting all the details about this guy and what problems and not problems he's had. Again, we put a lot of emphasis on race, and if it plays a part, it plays a part. I'm not sure that's the case here, but I can tell you that shooting unarmed 17-year-old kids is probably not a good thing. As I understand, this young man was on the football team, did not have a criminal record, He had his hood up so that the guy that was pursuing him couldn't see who he was. You know, this kid was 17. That's maybe a millisecond of life. He will never live to see his 18th birthday. Probably will never live to feel the love of a good woman. Enjoy the birth of his children. Enjoy the birth of his grandchildren. He will never live to be an old man. Gotta tell you, we send kids off to war, and they come back. You know, it seems so senseless for a young man to die not in a theater of war. I ask you to think about all the things that I've said. I will reiterate, the law that this young man, this Mr. Zimmerman, is hiding behind is a good law. The interpretation of it seems to be a bit fuzzy, but I think it's very simple here. It doesn't apply. When you lose the right to apply that law when you pursue this man or when you pursue someone. Okay? In that one instant, he played law enforcement official, judge, jury, and executioner. One little problem. The kid wasn't guilty of anything. Okay? And like I said, I don't care what color he was. He wasn't guilty of anything. You know, how would you like it if your 17-year-old kid was walking down the 7-Eleven and some guy was following him and harassing him? You'd be a little peeved about that. You might even call the law on him, huh? Think about that. Hey guys, this is just my opinion, and I hope I don't piss anybody off, but I think I've earned it. So I've earned the right to say this, and I want everyone to think about that. I know that many preppers held a carry holder's license, and what this gentleman has done is given all of us a black eye. And I, for one, am a responsible gun owner and responsible CHO, and I do not appreciate him taking liberties by thinking it's open season on kids. So, voice your opinion. Be glad to hear your opinions. As always, criticism. As always, good opinions. I have a very open mind. If someone wants to play devil's advocate, be my guest. Skinner 7271. Stay prepped.